Comic-Con presented by Wizard World Entertainment. My name is Mo, and once again, we only have a half an hour with our champion. If you have any questions, get in line now. There is a microphone in the middle of the room. With that said, I know he's going to want to dive straight into Q&A. He is the best in the world. He is your WWE Champion. Give it up for CM Punk!
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
How's everybody? All right, guys, you want the good news or the bad news? The good news is I'm here. The bad news is I have a tight, what, 40 minutes?
30.
30. We're on a schedule here, ladies and gentlemen, and I apologize. Normally, I aggravate everybody, and these go about 90 minutes longer than they're supposed to. Unfortunately, you guys are getting the short end of the stick. I have to catch a jet and go somewhere. Topeka, Kansas, I think.
Yes.
It's a busy lifestyle, but I'm here, so let's just get right to it.
All right, go ahead.
Hi, CM. I'm a big fan of Chicago, and it's my favorite city to go to. And I just want to start off with good news. And I was always curious about how far ahead you guys got your storylines, and if you knew if you were going to be facing The Rock, or if you could give any guidelines.
Trust me when I tell you that they have no idea what they're doing. I'm sure somebody will write that up and it'll be on the internet, and somebody will be like, you know, you shouldn't have said that.
Mr. Punk, I saw you in Chicago this past summer. My friend was was very eccentric and talked about Captain America, so I just want to say that. And what is your thoughts on the tag division finally heating up after many, many years of just not doing anything with it?
It's cool. I'm excited, you know?
All right, thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
I was wondering, how do you stay motivated? I do karate, and I'm still trying to lose some weight. I lost 34 pounds this past year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I was wondering, how do you stay motivated with working out and being a wrestler and being on the road constantly?
Twitter. I enjoy 12-year-olds and people grossly out of shape telling me that I don't have muscles or I'm fat. I enjoy working out, so I think that's I actually like doing it. So that's my motivation. So I like to do wacky things like run a marathon on like 6 hours notice. I did that last year. Just trying to challenge myself. I don't do it for anybody else but me, you know what I mean?
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Congratulations again on the 34 pounds. That's awesome. Keep it up. Oh, you know what's funny is I didn't see him, I just saw you. What's this guy doing?
If I was a wrestler, how would you beat me?
By disqualification.
I'm a big fan of CM Punk. What superstar do you like facing in the ring the most, and which one do you just hate?
I don't think there's anybody left that I work with that I hate working with, if that makes any sense. I think John Cena is probably going to wind up, when my career is said and done, being my best opponent. And I like to think when his career is said and done, I might wind up being his best opponent too. You know, he's up there right with Rey Mysterio. Love wrestling those guys.
Thank you.
So when are you gonna change the look of the WWE Champion?
Oh, you want me to change my look? I know you meant the championship. I have no idea. They're working on it. I'm giving up.
Would you have any say in that? Any influences?
I'd like to think I have a little bit of say in that, yeah. But I just keep getting the runaround, you know. I don't know if they're saving the new design for somebody else or like what the deal is, but they're sick of me asking about it, I know that.
Punk, longtime fan. You've headlined countless pay-per-views. Forget that stupid stand.
Yeah.
You've headlined countless pay-per-views, WrestleMania, Money in the Bank. Last year in Chicago, when you beat John Cena in front of your home crowd, what exactly was going through your mind and how did it make you feel?
At that exact moment, I was pretty tired. And I was legit thinking I have to, because the title's like 35 pounds. I was thinking I have to sprint up a set of stairs right now and then hold this above my head, and I'm probably going to fall. That's what I was thinking about. But great moment, definitely career highlight.
Have you ever fought The Undertaker?
I have, multiple times. And I think, I mean, he was a fun guy to work with. He always beat me, but, you know, he's The Undertaker.
Hi.
Hello.
I'm a big fan.
Thank you.
You are so awesome.
Thank you.
I watch you all the time. But my question is, what's your best tag team matchup that you think?
That I've been in?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. I don't know, does anybody have any opinions on this? When I teamed with Sheamus? No, that's not it. I mean, I had a good little tag run with Kofi, and he was always fun to tag with. I had some funny matches with Cody and Manu, who nobody probably remembers. Some good stuff.
Manu reference.
You're welcome. Hello.
Just wondering, after the way Raw ended last Monday, is there going to be a feud with you and Ryback in the near future?
I don't know, do you want to see it? I'm up for the challenge.
What advice would you give to a 10-year-old that wanted to be a wrestler?
Do it. You know, honestly, what's stopping you? You're 10. You can do anything you want. You want to be an astronaut? You want to be the first astronaut president, pro wrestler? You can do it, man.
I'm a big fan. Thank you. Here's my question. What was your best title reign?
My best what?
Title reign?
Oh, my best title reign? I think the one that I'm currently on. I think we're on day 314. Thank you. That's pretty wild. Good.
You're actually one of my biggest inspirations for me. I lost almost much like the person who was up here earlier. I lost about 35 pounds this summer.
Awesome. We have somebody in the second row who lost like 100+ pounds, so this is awesome, everybody. I'm going to try to lose like 10 in the next month or so.
In terms of nutrition, because you kind of discussed working out, in terms of nutrition, what are kind of some of the things you focus on to keep yourself in shape and everything too?
I try to stay away from junk, but I do have what I affectionately refer to as a refeed day every once in a while. It used to be once a week, and that got a little much because I do go kind of bananas with it and just eat so much junk until I get physically sick. The only carbs I try to eat are like sweet potatoes and black beans. I have a problem processing everything else. This is like real, like scientific crap. Probably bores everybody else. Just try to eat every 3 hours, high protein. You know, I don't. The only supplements I take is like a multivitamin. I don't mess with anything else. Yeah, that's about it. Just hard work, you know.
Thanks.
No problem. No, I drink a lot of water. I haven't had a soda since January. I stopped drinking all that stuff. Yeah. Aspartame will kill you. Now wait 1 second. I saw you with the Bane mask on earlier.
Do you want me to put it back on?
I want you to put it back on and talk like him. Oh yeah, you're doing it.
Wait.
Awesome.
Now, Punk.
You're doing great.
Do you find the social media actually encouraging the state of the WWE, or do you find it just a statistic?
That was a horrible bang. But you had me with the wait. Social media, the Twitter and the tout and all that stuff, to me it's a double-edged sword. A lot of times I enjoy talking to fans when they ask me intelligent questions. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen super often. For some reason, the 2 parts of the world for some reason like despise me, and it's people from India and anybody in like the United Arab Emirates. I get like the most like foul-mouthed, like ridiculous tweets from. I have no idea why. I don't know. They tweet some pretty brutal stuff to me. No, but that's the thing. Like, you know, the fans can reach out and say whatever they want to whoever they want. I'm sure Patrick Stewart gets tweeted all kinds of stuff like, Kirk would kick your ass. You shouldn't be the captain of the Enterprise, and you're boring, and I won't watch Star Trek because of you. You know, like I get the same stuff all the time. You know, but I think it's overall, I think it's a positive thing.
And when John Cena is in ashes, you have my permission to retire.
We're halfway there. Thank you. That was awesome.
First of all, I just want to say thanks for actually coming and fitting it into your schedule, because I know it's kind of crazy.
I wasn't going to not show up. They tried to get me to not show up, and I told them that if they wanted me in Topeka, that they had to let me come here.
And that's amazing. I guess my question is, you know, your superstar status, you're one of the biggest names in the WWE. What is the coolest thing that has allowed you to do that you didn't think you could do if you were not a celebrity?
I don't know, because I don't really think of myself as a celebrity. You know, I think some of the best fan interactions I have is like when I'm walking down the street and people just go, "Hey, Punk," and they wave at me and I go, "Hey." I think that's wild that, you know, like that happens in my life. You know, but I don't know. Off the top of my head, I can't really think of anything.
I guess I was thinking maybe the first pitch at the Cubs game.
Yeah, stuff like that. Okay,
Maybe
yeah.
take me out to the ballpark.
Perfect example. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Being on the mound at Wrigley or singing a very off-key "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Yeah, it's pretty wild that I've gotten a chance to do that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I had a question on a subject that most people I think have forgotten about.
You're going to talk about ice cream bars, aren't you?
Where are ice cream bars?
I don't know. That's a horrible answer, but I got no idea. Sorry.
I'm curious about what's your workout routine like nowadays? What kind of cardio and weights do you do?
I haven't, and this is probably why I had the appearance of being so fat. I haven't done a whole lot of cardio in a while. I started doing these ridiculous like circuit workouts with like sled pulls and all kinds of ridiculous stuff. Sometimes people ask me to tweet my workout, but sometimes it's just not worth it because I'll tweet it and somebody will be like, And they'll, you know, it's just like the ridiculous stuff they tweet. Like the big thing of like, how much do you bench? Like, benching is horrible for you. Like, and I'm gonna be 34 in a month. Like, yeah, I'm not a spring chicken, you know, and the last thing I want to do is try to put up 350 pounds on a bench and not be able to wrestle, you know what I mean? My focus is staying healthy. I've never cared what kind of weight I put up in the gym, you know what I mean? I don't think I've ever even really tried to do like personal bests on big heavy lifts, you know, because I'm concerned about throwing out my back or something like that, you know what I mean? I just do what I do, I work out, I just constantly evolve and try to do different things.
Thanks.
No problem.
Hi, Punk. My name's Kevin. Earlier this year, you feuded with Jericho, and some of the stuff that he did was bash your family and stuff like that. I just wondered, as a wrestler, have you ever been to a point where you've done something or had something done personally attack you that you were just thinking that was just too far?
No, because you know, I got to take you back to me singing "Happy Birthday" to Aaliyah Mysterio. You know, I mean that was pretty wild. You know, and I don't have kids, so I'm disconnected to that. But I think that was pretty messed up. A lot of people who have children were probably like, man, you know, that was too far. But you know, I thought it was funny.
Is there any way that I can get you to say happy birthday to my cousin Jake? Right
Where is he?
Right there.
Oh, hey, happy birthday, Jake.
Thank you, man.
Thanks for the t-shirt.
I'm a huge fan of Colt Cabana's podcast.
Okay,
not
good.
you. No,
Let's talk about Colt Cabana.
I love Colt.
Does anybody not know who Colt Cabana is? No. So everybody knows who he is? Really? Well, if you don't, Colt Cabana is my best friend, also a pro wrestler, also does a great podcast called The Art of Wrestling. You can get it on iTunes. It's free, so there's no reason to not get it. Great interviewer, great pro wrestler, entertaining guy. Go ahead.
Could you tell a cool story about hanging out with Colt and being buddies? I think you guys are hilarious.
I don't know how entertaining we are when we hang out, because we're literally just sitting on my couch at home, like, arguing. You want to go to the gym? Yeah, I don't want to go to your gym. Well, I don't want to go to your gym. Because the gym I go to in Chicago, people are told not to speak to me. Which is, it's a long story. I know that's like some crazy Axl Rose stuff, but like when I go to the gym, like it drives me crazy. Like sometimes I can't go to a gym because people are constantly bothering me and mid-workout, like tapping me on the shoulder, and like I just want to throw people out a third-story window. So it's, you know, I don't know. Cabana's a cool guy. Knock on wood, everybody. Cross your fingers. We might have some potential good news in the near future.
From your Twitter feed, it seems you really like Ed Brubaker comics.
I love Ed Brubaker.
What about his work captured you?
I'll cite a specific moment, and this is gonna. Everybody remember this story, because this is gonna come out in a couple months when I tell this story when it has an ending. But Ed Brubaker is the first comic book writer in a very, very long time, if not ever, to actually make me read something and swear out loud in front of small children on an airplane. You know, like, I don't know if we're ruining anything for anybody, but his run on Daredevil, where Punisher purposely gets arrested to go help out Matt Murdock in jail. I was floored by that. It's awesome. He's just a great writer. He just gets it. You know, all his crime noir stuff is amazing.
Thanks.
Hi.
Hello.
So last year when you walked out with the belt, like I was ridiculously excited because I think like a lot of people, I thought that it was time for the WWE to have like a bigger change, and it seemed like a step forward. And unfortunately, like I know that didn't give you free reign over the company, but if it had, like in an ideal world, what would the biggest changes be that you would make if you just had complete control over the WWE?
Well, I think a lot of the changes behind the scenes. I think, and I know I've had a ton of input. People ask me questions. People in, high places. People who hire people. I'm not going to take credit solely for anybody getting hired, but I mean, if you look at quite a few people that we've hired that are down at FCW right now, I mean, there's There's a reason for it, you know. And I just like people that work hard. You know, we recently hired Sarah Del Rey to train our future divas, and I know a lot of people would be like, no, that sucks. You know, Sarah should be on television. You know what? Maybe you're right, but I talked to her about it. This is her dream job. She gets to wrestle every day, and she gets paid for it. And I don't think there's a better female wrestler in the world right now. She can teach our girls, and hopefully the future generation of divas are going to be that much better for it. And right now, it's like wide open. You know, with Beth leaving, Kelly gone, like there's never been more opportunity for the girls in FCW to step up. So I'm interested to see what happens. But I mean, guys like Chris Hero, Claudio, Tyler Black, Seth Rollins, you know, Dean Ambrose. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that they all look up to me or anything like that, because maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know. But you know, to me, I'm here for them. You know what I mean? I wasn't afforded certain opportunities based on what people thought of me and everything, and to me, I believe I'm here. That if I hear any of the, you know, people's opinions on certain talent based on, you know, what they've heard or, you know, what their reputation is, like, I'm here to be like, no, that guy or that girl's awesome. Shut up, let them be them, let them do their thing, and, you know, we'll all be better off for it in a couple of years.
Cool, thank you.
Thank you.
Hey Punk, you've had some great in-ring interactions over the past few months, Jerry Lawler, Bret Hart, Mick Foley. Is there somebody out there in the world of wrestling, or maybe just in general, that you haven't had the opportunity to, but you'd like to drop a pipe bomb on?
Well, if I don't know when he's coming back, but Dwayne, you know, I think I'm not going to be gentle like Cena was. You know what I mean? Like, it's live TV, anything can happen. I'm kind of, you know, I'm looking very much forward to doing stuff with him. I'm running out of people that do interest me to work with, so I'm looking forward to that.
Thanks.
Hello.
Hello.
What's your favorite superhero?
Oh boy. See, it's weird. It depends on who's writing the comic book, you know? I like the idea of Batman, but a lot of the times I don't like who's writing. Scott Snyder writing Batman right now is awesome, but I'm also a big fan of the Punisher, but I also think a lot of people get the Punisher wrong. I don't, you know, it's just something about a guy who just runs around and kills people. It's interesting to me. Thanks.
Yeah, of all the matches you had with Chris Jericho, which one was the best?
I don't know. That's up for you. That's up to you to decide. I don't know. I don't know. I think everything I do is horrible. So.
Another question. How's it like to be on the cover of WWE 13?
Oh, it's awesome. Being on the cover of a video game. You know, that's one of those things. The goal was always to be in a video game, and it was never be like, okay, well, I'm going to be on the cover, because I just sort of figured I was in a video game, that's good enough, and then the cover opportunity popped up, and I think that's awesome.
All right, thanks.
Thank you.
I know in the last year you've been the main event, but maybe not the last match on the card.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel? Because I know it personally made me quite angry.
Well, that's one of those things that I think we need to change. You know what I mean? Right now in the company, I look at things a little bit differently than everybody. There's 2 people on the main event roster that have experience wrestling in the main event of WrestleMania. One's Randy and one's John. You know, John just went down with an elbow surgery, so he's out. So, you know, knock on wood, God forbid, what happens if I get hurt today in Topeka, Kansas? You know what I mean? Like, we're kind of, our backs are against the wall. We have to put somebody else in that spot. You have to take chances at this point. And, you know, John is great. You know what I mean? Like, he's a great champion, great spokesman for the company. But I don't see him in the same light that a lot of people do. A couple people think that he's the end-all be-all. He's the only guy who can do that. I don't see it that way, and I don't think we can put all our eggs in one basket. We're going to break all our eggs, and then nobody has any eggs. You know, it's cool to me because that's what drives me. I'm so much better when I'm angry. I think that's pretty clear if you watch it on television. You know, like my stuff with Foley last week. You know, like that was a bad day for me. I was pretty pissed off the whole day. You just got to put somebody else in that main event spot. You have to. It's positioning and it's perception. And I work my ass off, and I'm the main event on every other show except for pay-per-views. So yeah, it gets frustrating, but that also drives me, if that makes sense. Thanks.
If you could wrestle Batman, how would you beat him? Because we know you're the best in the world.
By disqualification.
How old were you when you wanted to be a wrestler?
Oh, man. I tell, the story has been beaten to death about me seeing Roddy Piper smash a coconut over Jimmy Snuka's head. I think it happened when I was like 4 or 3 or 4 or something like that. So there's no way I could have actually seen that when it was live, but that's like my first memory of pro wrestling. Ever since I can remember, it's all I ever wanted to do.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, I'm a huge fan, and I was wondering, who was your favorite rival in the WWE?
Probably John Cena.
And I was on Team John Laurinaitis, and how did you think about him?
You were what? You were on Team Johnny?
Well, The Miz was, so.
Oh my dear. You know, Team Johnny. It's all right. Not a big fan of John Laurinaitis, the character.
Oh. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Unfortunately, our time's running short, so this is going to have to be our last question here.
No, we got 5 people up there. Just go. Rapid. It's like a game show now. Go.
Okay. I've been a fan of yours for a long time, and you've worked for a lot of different companies and have a lot of different accomplishments. What's the one thing you still want to accomplish in your wrestling career?
What's that?
In Undertaker Street.
Yeah, it doesn't interest me. Yeah, the Undertaker thing? I think I like being in situations where you don't know who's going to win, where there's drama. I think the Undertaker thing, whoever wrestles him, I feel it's a foregone conclusion. You know what I mean? There needs to be some drama and stuff. I wrestle in the main event of WrestleMania. That's legit that's all that's left. You know, that's all that's left. And that's why I've been so adamant and vocal about helping the next generation. Because I don't know if I'm ever going to get a shot at wrestling in the main event of WrestleMania. Do I believe I should? Yeah, absolutely. It should have been me instead of Miz. It should have been me last year. It should be me this year. But I know I can't help the next generation, you know. So the Dean Ambroses and the Chris Heroes and the Claudio or the, what's his name? Antonio Cesaros of the world, like, you know what I mean? Like, they have a better opportunity to get the shot at the main event of WrestleMania. But that's it. That's all. Once I do that, and maybe this is why they won't let me do it. Once I do it, I got nothing else to do. You know, I'm done. Thank you. Quick, come on.
What was your favorite WWE moment in your career?
Working with Jared from Subway. The sheer ridiculousness of that, you know, I thought that was pretty funny.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
When are you going to bring back the Pepsi Plunge, or is Triple H going to play that card that no one else can do?
This is what you guys do. You make up stuff. Like, I get it. I'm your guy, and you hate the evil Triple H, but like there was never any you can't do that. Nobody's ever told me I can't do anything except when they told me they didn't want me to do the Anaconda Vice anymore, and I had to start using the Go to Sleep. That was it. Nobody was ever like, hey, make sure you don't ever do this move. So that's kind of like an internet, I don't know, fallacy. You know, and it's never coming back. My knees would explode and I would evaporate. Thank you.
Thank you. Who would you induct into the WWE Hall of Fame right now?
You know, personally, that's another thing I would like to do is induct somebody, but I think it's got to mean something to me. I would love to put Paul Heyman in.
Yeah. Thank you.
Why do you say it's clobbering time before you wrestle?
2 reasons. I love comic books, and The Thing, Ben Grimm from the Fantastic Four says that right before he punches people in the face. And I love New York hardcore music, and there's a band called Sick of It All that wrote a song called It's Clobbering Time, ironically enough, because Ben Grimm says it right before he punches people in the face.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I just decided to combine the 2.
What was it like working with Jeff Hardy?
It was pretty cool. I described it like, I mean, Jeff was really easygoing. I felt like I was playing a video game. Like I literally could have just been like, hey Jeff, I have this idea. I'll be on the floor, you go up to the top, you do the swanton, I'll move. And he just would have been like, okay, cool. He was down for anything, and he was really laid back and fun to work with. No problem.
I think we're done. Ladies and gentlemen, CM Punk. Thanks, everybody. You don't gotta stand up. That's not. Thanks, everybody. Seriously, hopefully nobody feels like they got shortchanged. I know I was supposed to be here for an extra hour today, but obviously due to everything and me having to haul my ass to Topeka. Hopefully y'all had fun. I did. I love coming to do these. It's cool to see you all. And everybody today was super awesome. There was a lot of awesome, inspiring weight loss stories and a lot of birthdays. So way to go with the weight loss, and happy birthday, everybody.